Hi, it's Natalie Hagen from English 222. The writer I'm choosing to feature is Billy Ray Belcourt. Billy is an Indigenous writer from the Driftpile Cree Nation of Northern Alberta. He grew up there and went to University of Alberta to receive his PhD in English and his Master's in Women's Studies at Oxford University. A defining characteristic in Belcourt's work was his struggle with sexuality and within the Indigenous communities itself. How people struggle to understand the free decolonial spirit within us. That was his kind of big takeaway. I chose the poem Everyone is Lonely in his book, This Wound is the World. So the first opening lines are, everyone is lonely, but no one knows what to do about it. He then moves down kind of like a rabbit hole of darkness. For example, he says, once a week I curate obituaries on my Facebook wall without even trying. And then he kind of moves on to say, I haven't dated anyone who's broken twig enough. And then ends the poem with, he's a little bit country, I'm a little bit barbed wired fence. Belcourt has this abstract sense of writing, which I don't really understand, or it doesn't kind of make sense to me. However, I kind of see the underlying theme of nature and somewhat like the aspects of colonialism. Like, he introduced his work with the elements of technology, like Facebook, and then brings it back to like his roots, saying like broken twig and stuff like that. When I read the poem, I initially thought it was really quite sad. His opening line is everyone is lonely. He kind of has that effect of like drawing people in with like a powerful first line. However, like the more I read it, like I got pretty confused. Because like each line is so different from another. Yeah, like the abstract features such as the last line, he's a bit country, I'm a bit barbed wire fence. It leaves me kind of more in a confused state rather than drawing a concise conclusion to his poem. So my question for the class is, what advantage does a writer have by leaving the reader with an abstract thought rather than a clear ending? So like personally, I think the advantage, for one, it forces the reader to reflect on like what the heck they just read. And then it also encourages the reader to reread the poem again. Having like an abstract ending also creates a space where one can interpret it to their liking, and it also creates a sense of openness and freedom, which I think kind of relates back to his idea of we're all decolonial spirits, or what it says in the flap inside his book is scavenging for a decolonial kind of heaven where everyone is a little gay. So yeah, it kind of leaves it with an openness, something that I find is quite unique. So yeah, let me know what you think and stuff like that.